Hi, I'm Jim Gordon and you're watching Market 1 Minute. Joining us is Darren Collins. He is the CEO and Director of U.S. Critical Metals. Welcome, Darren.
Thank you for having me, Jim. Pleasure to be here.
It is a pleasure to have you, sir. Okay, tell us about how and why you founded U.S. Critical Metals.
So, U.S. Critical Metals was founded with a very specific purpose, and that purpose was to discover resources and ultimately develop out reserves of critical commodities within the United States. It's no secret that over the last 10 or more years, there's been a significant lack of investment within resources in general and specifically within the United States. That has created a situation where the U.S. has a lack of domestic supply and is now beholden to foreign interests, including China, which puts the U.S. in a perilous position. We are fighting back with the drill bit and looking to discover and develop out resources and reserves within the U.S., and that is the genesis of the company.
And Darren, what are the key assets of the company?
So the key assets of the company span really what are the most critical of commodities to the U.S. So we are lithium, rare earths, and cobalt, again, all within the United States. Our two lithium assets are in the good state of Nevada, the best mining state, in my opinion, in the United States. That is the Clayton Ridge asset right next to the Clayton Valley, which is the only lithium producing place in the United States at this point in time. We've recently drilled it. We'll be coming out with those results soon. We're also up in the McDermott near Thacker Pass, in our opinion, going to be the first lithium clay producing asset in the United States. And then we have an exceptionally high grade rare earth asset in the good state of Montana that includes neodymium, praseodymium, and we think we even have potentially some gallium, which the Chinese just recently restricted the export of. And then we have a cobalt asset in the state of Idaho as well, and one of the few places you can find cobalt as a primary metal within the deposit.
And Darren, how do you plan to realize the value of these assets?
So given that we've taken a portfolio approach, we have multiple options in terms of how we create value for our shareholders. That could include ultimately divestiture of one or more projects, but also we have the option to spin out various projects into new cos as a way to free up value for our shareholders. So the idea is that we've put together exploration stage assets, and at the time that we have a discovery, we can look at multiple various exit opportunities or liquidity opportunities for our shareholders, of which we are the largest, with insiders holding approximately 30% of the stock.
And what are some of the biggest risks your company is facing?
As with all commodity exploration companies, we certainly have commodity price risk and geologic risk. But really what we've done to mitigate that risk is take a portfolio approach across commodities, again, lithium, rare earths, and cobalt, as a means to reduce commodity price risk and also geologic risk, in the context that if we don't get the results that we're looking for on one asset, we have other assets that we can explore as well. In addition, to mitigate that geologic risk, we put extensive capital into sampling, mapping, geophysics to really delineate high quality and high probability targets.
And finally, Darren, let's talk about some of the upcoming developments for U.S. Critical Metals.
So we have multiple developments in the company that are going to unfold here over the next number of months. The recent development was our earn-in for the McDermott asset. We're going to get out in the field and start sampling, mapping that with the objective of ultimately permitting it to drill here as soon as possible. We also have our Clayton Ridge asset, which we recently drilled. That was a central and southern unit that we put the drills to. We also have a northern unit to test on that as well. So we'll be coming out with those results in due course. And then we also did an extensive sampling and geophysics program on our Montana rare earths asset. So we're processing those results too, and we'll provide the market an update there. So lots of catalysts play out for the company here in the near term.
Darren, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you again for having me, Jim.
You're quite welcome. Hi, I'm Jim Gordon. Thanks for watching this Market 1 Minute on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with other videos that we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click on this list to see other great videos from Market 1.